This is how you buy silver and avoid huge premiums. So how do I buy silver and avoid those huge premiums? Well, before we get to that, I just want to cut to a very short clip from a recent interview from one of my favorite all-time investors. He's definitely in my top 5 all-time investors, Mr. Jim Rogers.
Does that mean that you're not that bullish on hard commodities and a potential commodity supercycle in hard commodities, with the exception of agricultural commodities?
I got silver. I didn't buy it from Kitco, but I've got silver, and everybody can get silver. I'm not buying it at the moment because if the war ends or something, it'll go down for a while. And I do plan to buy more silver and probably more gold in the next correction, because before this is over, Michelle, everybody's going to own a lot of gold and silver. They always do when there's a big crisis, a big turmoil.
All right, well, there are concerns of recession and even worse, stagflation, if we do get slowing growth with rising inflation. So again, other than the agricultural commodities, what would that mean for hard commodities that are intended to benefit from things like the trend to decarbonize? Do you still see a rally there?
Well, silver, yes.
Silver,
when they correct, which they will at the end of the war, or when the war ends, I suspect silver and gold will be very good over the next several years after they correct, because there's going to be more turmoil, going to be problems, more money printing. I mean, whenever people lose confidence in currency or in governments, they buy gold and silver, despite what the politicians tell you, despite what the academics say. Michelle, I'm an old peasant, and us old peasants know that when things go wrong, we want some silver in the closet. We want some gold under the bed, because we want to survive.
So Jim isn't currently buying silver at these prices, but he owns a lot of it. He already owns a lot of gold and silver. He's been more bullish on silver for a little while now because of where silver is compared to its all-time high, compared to gold, where it sits compared to its all-time high, gold-silver ratio, size of the market, etc., etc. But he is very bullish on it moving forward. And look, I'm very similar. I own a lot of gold and silver, physical gold and silver. And in the last several months, I've been pouring more into the mining stocks, the gold and silver mining stocks, exploration stocks. I've been selling a lot of naked puts to position myself into producers, and as you guys know, I've shared on this channel, into coal stocks, into oil stocks, and other commodities as well. Nickel I've done really well on in recent times, and I should share that in a video shortly. So Jim is very much bullish. The metals, he definitely will be buying on a pullback. So he sees a pullback after the war ends and things settle down. Whether that happens or not, we'll wait and see. We'll see how this thing plays out and how it ends. But I certainly, when silver has pulled back, I've gone and bought more physical silver. And with that, how do I buy my physical silver? All right, so one way you can invest in silver and avoid the big premiums is you can invest in the Sprott Physical Silver Trust, the PSLV. And why the PSLV? So reasons to own it: 1, fully allocated. The trust only holds fully allocated and unencumbered precious metals, no exceptions. 2, redeemable for metals, which we'll come to shortly. 3, trustworthy storage. 4, potential tax advantages. 5, easy to buy, sell, and own. 6, it's a liquid investment. So how do you purchase? Well, you purchase it like you would any equity security. So you can purchase it through your brokers, and it trades on the New York Stock Exchange. So it's a fully allocated trust. However, you don't have it in your physical possession. Now, if you want to get it in your physical possession, so for the PSLV, so the Physical Silver Trust, the unit holder must have enough units to equate to 10 1,000 ounce silver bars. So that's 10,000 ounces, and you can get that delivered each month. Now that's a lot. So I understand that most people wouldn't be able to get physical delivery through Sprott this way or via this way. But if you are a larger investor, this is the cheapest. Now, I spoke with a senior investment consultant at Sprott, and regarding the actual fees for delivery, they advise that it's between 1% and 2% to have it physically delivered. So, yeah, that is probably the cheapest way, but obviously this is more for larger investors. Look, I do trade the PSLV for the silver price, so I use it to get in and get out wealth cycles, because I don't really sell a lot of my physical stuff. I have sold my physical silver, never sold my physical gold. So I have sold physical silver before, but it's just easier to invest in something like the PSLV, where I'm going to use it as wealth cycles. So, I intend to get into silver, write it up, sell it, and buy some investment properties or to buy some other real assets. Right, so another way that you can buy the metals without paying the huge premiums, and this is a way that I do it quite often. You can come to the Perth Mint. Now I'm going to discuss two ways of doing it. So the first one is setting up an online depository account. Okay, so you can see at the top left-hand corner that silver is currently at $34.27. That's measured in Aussie dollar terms. Now, there are transaction fees doing this way, so let's look at an example. So the example that we'll use is a 100-ounce silver bar. So we want to buy a 100-ounce silver bar. Now, with this, there are transaction fees, as I said. So if silver was, $34.27 an ounce up the top, and we're buying 100 ounces, that's going to cost us $3,427 plus a 1% transaction fee. That's going to cost us $34.27. All right, so we're now looking at $3,456.27. Is that right? I think so. So that's what it's going to cost us. Now, there is another fee to get the physical metal. So there is a fabrication fee, and we're buying that 100-ounce bar, and the fabrication fee is going to be $150. So if we add $150 onto our cost of $3,456.27, then that's going to cost us $3,606.27. So effectively, it's costing us $36.06 per ounce. Okay, so we're paying $1.50 above spot. So we're not paying the huge premium. So this is one way. Now, you can either have that physical metal delivered. Now, there's a fee involved in that, or you can have it stored. And I do have a lot stored with the Perth Mint, so I'll pay storage fees. Now, the other way is you can just come straight to the Perth Mint store and buy, a 1 ounce silver coin, and it's going to cost you, say, $40. So you're paying, almost $6 over spot. Now, you can compare that to, buying it from a bullion dealer. Now, no disrespect to this bullion dealer. I've bought from this dealer before, and their service is fantastic. But have a look at a 1 ounce silver kangaroo. You're paying almost $46 for that. So you're paying, almost $12 over spot. Now, another bullion dealer, and I I actually buy from these guys quite regularly. They're about 2.5 minute drive from my home where I live, and you can buy 1 ounce kangaroo silver coin for $43. So still, we're looking at pushing $10 over spot. Now, sometimes they have specials on. They'll discount if you buy in bulk and more, and just sometimes it's handy. So when the price of silver does get pounded, and I jump on here, and on my way home from the office, I'll pop in and just buy some more coins because I just like doing it. It's fun. And here's another bullion dealer, Ainsley Bullion, and you can see here a 1 ounce silver coin, kangaroo, is $41.24. However, if you're buying 25 or more, you can get it at $39.64, so even cheaper than the Perth Mint's own shop. So I buy a lot of my bullion from Ainsley Bullion, my physical, just stuff that I keep, that I don't keep in storage, that I don't pay for storage. This is where I buy. So, I'm paying about $5 over spot for these at Ainsley. And so I definitely, and these are different ways. So basically what I'm saying is you need to shop around, do the numbers, do the figures, look at all the different bullion dealers, look at the Perth Mint. Just pull out your calculator and work out what's the best way to do it. So if I want some physical coins on hand, well, I'm going to go to Ainsley. I'm going to buy 25 coins or more, and because that's the best way to do it. That's cheaper than even buying from the Perth Mint's own shop. Don't have to pay for delivery. So that's what I will do, and that's what I recommend. So personally, I have a lot of coins that are nearby that I've got access to. I've got bullion bars in storage both here in the city that I live in, Brisbane, also, as I said, in the Perth Mint, and also I've got some overseas as well that I pay storage for. So I've got quite a lot of physical bullion. I also have some currency, some cash on hand. Now, I haven't experienced, but I have heard stories where after 9/11, banks were closed and people couldn't get access to cash. I think it was Gerald Salente that was telling the story, and he said, well, he had bullion, so he went down to the bullion dealer. They were open. He was able to exchange that for currency and then use that currency to go buy stuff at the shop. And I think of what's happened in Canada with the US truckers and those that have supported them. Well, they've been frozen out of the banking system. If you've got some physical gold and silver, okay, now you might not be able to go and take that silver coin and go and buy some groceries with it because the shopkeeper won't accept it. But you can go down to your bullion dealer, exchange it for currency, and then use that currency to go buy. So having some physical gold and silver, in particular silver, on hand is vital, very important. And then as a storage of wealth, I hold a lot more in vaults, and a lot of that I probably won't sell, especially my gold. Silver I probably will if we have those big spikes up that we've experienced. But I mainly, when I'm doing that and using wealth cycles, as I said earlier, it's more the PSLV that I use. So yeah, anyway, this is how I buy gold and silver, how I try to, I don't like paying big premiums. I like buying coins and just keep accumulating them. But my big, large holdings are in vaults. And then, I use a PSLV for trading, for wealth cycles. So anyway, what do you guys think? Love to see your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Really do appreciate it. Take care, guys, and I'll see you all again on another episode of Finance Uncut.